Good afternoon, everybody. Lisa Derby Oden here. And today I have the pleasure of being with Maria Mara. And I would like to get started and say, welcome, Maria. It's a pleasure to have you as our interview guest today. And why don't you go ahead and jump in and tell us a little bit about what it is that you do for us here at MassMEP?
Great. Thank you, Lisa. First of all, the pleasure is mine. I'm very honored to be here. It's been 6 months since I joined MassMEP, so I finally made it to the interview. So I work as a project manager for MassMEP under Charlie, and it is a very exciting role what we do because we're the face to the customer. We get to meet these exciting companies where we get to work with everybody all across the company on their different needs, train them, understand the processes, and lead them into a continuous improvement journey. So that is very exciting, and I enjoy it a lot.
That's wonderful. And so as a project manager, you're on a team of about 10, correct?
Yes,
10 project managers?
we're down to 9 now because
Okay.
Ellen got a promotion.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yes.
I bet we'll be replacing though at some point. So
Yeah.
anyway, what I'd like to know a little bit more about is how did you find your way to MassMEP and what has your career path been?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And I think Mass MEP found me, which is great because a headhunter called me um, at a moment in my career that I was very solid and happy. Uh, but he really presented to me an offer that combined everything that I was looking for. Um, it could sound a little bit silly, but I guess since I was little, I would always see myself like teaching. And so I'm an engineer, I'm an industrial engineer, and I enjoy a lot doing engineering stuff, getting data together, processing. But I always had that itch for teaching. How would be, and I what I was at my previous company, Trelleborg, which I'll talk a little bit more about them. I had the opportunity to lead continuous improvement and just getting people together, working as a team. That was something very exciting. So when I got the phone call from the headhunter offering this opportunity, not only was appealing on the teaching side, but the fact that I was able to replicate what I was learning in different places was amazing. And another thing that you probably already know, given my accent, is that I'm a Spanish speaker. So having the opportunity to go to multiple companies where the main workforce is Latinos, Spanish speakers is an honor. And to be able to close that gap that we see in many places and to get people into the system and training was something very appealing. And I enjoyed that. So I took this opportunity. But before that, as I mentioned, I was working for an aerospace company called Trelleborg. They gave me opportunity of growth since I started. I started as a continuous improvement engineer and made my way up to the ladder to become an engineering manager. But they didn't really give me many of the knowledge that I have now. Previously, before that, I did my master's at UMass. And before that, I lived in Colombia and worked as an engineer. Uh, Same thing, all the manufacturing, they're big in manufacturing. And interesting, just a little piece of how everything started with my lean journey is when I was about to graduate. I had a friend, my best friend, but she's an actress, and her father owned a clothing manufacturing company. And so I was about to graduate, and he said, "You want to join me while you get your thesis and everything?" I said, "Sure." So what he mostly did was he had his design department, and he would get third parties to do the manufacturing process. And when I joined, he said, "How will you feel about starting manufacturing our own product here?" I said, "Sure." So then he gave me that really big project where I had to start buying machines, hiring people, that very exciting. And then we hired the people, we started operating. 6 months go by, we're losing money, and I can't sleep. I'm very stressed. I don't know what's going on. What am I doing wrong? I had some, of course, knowledge from school, but things were not going the way that I thought it would go. I thought you would put people in machines and just you put wrap material and then you get clothing on the other side, but it didn't work like that. So I started searching and going to college professors and see, well, how can I make this better? And I found a program back in the university where I did my undergrad university at EAFIT in Medellin. So they had a lean program of a person that went to Germany and came back with the knowledge. And I was like, well, this is what I need. So I went back to my boss and said, well, if you pay 50%, I'll pay 50%, but just give me the chance because I'm not able to sleep. And that's how everything started. I just went to the training. I was able to go back and replicate everything that I learned and start seeing the benefits of lean. And that's how my lean journey started right there.
What a great story from start to finish. And you know what? There's nothing like real life learning
Yeah,
along the way and encountering problems and learning how to overcome them, right?
absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what we do these days with everybody, and just kind of coach them, but not that much, but let them see the benefits. So we have a lot of
Yes.
trainings that are very hands-on, your lean Lego, your clock factory, where you're able to engage and you get to see those moments where people open their eyes and go like, oh wow, your aha moment. That's like great. And that's really worth it of being here.
Yeah, yeah, that's wonderful. Well, that kind of leads well into my next question because you're starting to get really excited about all of this as you talk about it. So, what is your real passion professionally? What is it, like that you love to jump out of bed in the morning instead of not sleeping at night, right? Jump out of
Right.
bed in the morning and get to work because it's, like your favorite thing to do or the thing that you like doing best.
Right. So one, I'm in the midst of a training, or we're doing a 5S, and when I see the faces of the people, as I said, turning into, like,
Yeah.
I get it, this makes sense, or like, I have an idea. Or last week, it was at Joseph's Pasta, and I was doing a tips training, and I asked them, do you guys have lean training or lean experience rather? And many of them were like, no, I don't, but they've been working there for a long time. And then one person, she's at a braider machine, and she starts saying, well, my main problem is my line is no balance and I need to. She spit all lean right out. And I was like, I can't believe you have all that knowledge. Let me guide you. Let me guide your company so you can be successful. So that really, like, I live for that moment at work. Like, there's so many things we do behind the scene and get material ready and get trained. But when I'm there with the people and seeing their faces turning, like, I get it, this is the change that we should make, or we should work together. Many times I get to places where I put a lot of people in the team and I start asking them, can you introduce yourself so I can get to know you? And at some point, oh, I didn't know your name is such and such. So the fact that we're that person that goes and connect them and link them, that means everything. That's what gets me out of bed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So then, besides work, when you're out of work, what is it that is your passion?
My passion are my two kids. I have two little girls.
Who
They're
are
four and
adorable.
yes, yeah, 4.5 and 1.5. And my family, like my husband, my kids, um, they're everything to me. So just doing art projects with them, dancing, um, cooking, just seeing their smiles, doing activities together, going on a hike, going to the park, all that. It's really what my life um, has meaning because of them.
Most of the time, every time I see you, Maria, you have a big smile on your face. So I'm
Thank you.
thinking that, you've got a life well lived so far, which is
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very kind of you. I would say that I'm blessed.
Okay, well, so now we're at the sort of the end part of the interview, the fun part, where we're going to ask you to tell us three things about yourself, two that are true, and one that's made up, and then we'll guess about which is the made up one offline.
Okay, okay, that's interesting. I thought about this. Many um one is like I'm a salsa dancer and I love to dance. Um I love to do 5S around my house, and we
Oh,
do like
Love
5S
it.
actions, and we take places in their 5S. And I enjoy a lot snowboarding as well. So I leave you with those three. You'll figure it out.
I think those are great. I love it. And I love it how you do 5S around your house. Maybe I should invite you to my house.
Yeah, I'll be happy to. It's funny, yeah, because many places when we go and do 5S, well, and the people would say, I bet Maria's house is all 5S. So we'll figure it out. Maybe at some point you guys come over and see.
Okay, well, hey, I know that you are a very busy person with MassMEP, and so I want to thank you so much for taking some time this afternoon to talk with us. And I look forward to seeing you around the next time we have our company update meeting.
Thank you so much, Lisa. The pleasure is mine. And I hope we can have maybe a 5-year after I've been here for 5 years review and see how things are heading. But it's always a
Great.
pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, great idea. I love that. Thanks, Maria.
Bye.